here with in Photokina 2016 with Chris and Jordan. Hi, from the camera store. And when did you arrive to Photokina?
We got in yesterday afternoon. So we haven't had a chance to look at much yet, but yeah, we've taken in a few booths already.
Yeah, and we were very tired yesterday. We forced ourselves to stay up all day, and we're feeling much better today. We had proper rest.
Was it a long flight from Canada?
9 hours.
9 hours.
Yeah, and a 1 hour train ride. Not too bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah. In your opinion, what was, from what you saw so far, what is the, let's say, the highlight of the show?
I think, yeah, I mean, the standout from everybody has been the Fuji.
Yes,
the
of course.
QFX?
GFX.
I got to get this figured out.
GXF. The Gixfa.
It's nice. We got our hands on it. It feels great.
Yeah. I mean, that's an exciting thing because that's such a unique design now. It's about time that medium format sensors now go the mirrorless route like everybody else has in the industry. And
it's a funny show because, you know, full frame's always been considered the standard format, but there's not much excitement in full frame this year. It's the smaller formats, micro 4/3, 1 inch, or going all the way up to medium format, where you look at, you know, Canon, Nikon, Sony E-mount. There's nothing really compelling this year.
You know, the other thing I find interesting from these big shows, of course, the big manufacturers have beautiful setups, big booths, you know, really, really nice displays, fancy cameras, but it's really interesting to get down to the other floors and see all of the other manufacturers. Because they're the people who are really innovating. They're trying to come up with new designs, new products that people haven't seen yet. And that's always exciting as a reviewer.
It's something that the big guys can leech onto in a few years, all those good ideas.
And, you know, you can't do these productions without all the backup gear in the background.
That's true. And I can tell you that we have been to, this is the third time that we have been to Photokina, and it's actually much smaller. And another thing that we've noticed is that the Nikon and Canon booths have far fewer people basically than what we have seen in Fuji, which is, you know, it should like some, you know, red lights for the Canon and Nikon guys.
It's funny, they do seem fairly oblivious to where all the excitement's coming from right now.
It's interesting, we see it on the sales floor, of course, all the time at our store. We see which trends are taking over and which brands are doing very well and which brands are maybe declining, and it's interesting to see that reflected when you come to the show.
To the show, and in terms too of what people are carrying around. You know, if we were here a few years ago, it would be a whole bunch of DSLRs on everyone's neck.
Fuji,
it's all mirrorless. Everybody's walking around with those now.
And that's true, and I think that the show itself is much smaller, by the way, now than it was 4 and maybe 6 years ago when I was here the first time. Then the show was giant. I mean, it was a lot more booths, and now it just shrank down.
I think it's compressing a lot because the consumer stills camera is very quickly disappearing. So it's great for us because it's a more enthusiast themed show now. It's for people who are really serious about photography. That's what's really compelling. But definitely everything's changed, where if I go to like a video show like NAB, it's as big as it's always been. They're not seeing that kind of compression. It's in the photography world right now.
It was always professional, so the professional market is still about at the same level.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what else did I want to ask you? Did you see the EM1 Mark II?
I want to go there right after.
Yeah. That's our next step.
We are going to desperately try to actually get some hands-on time with it.
The specs on it are very interesting, but you know, again, it really depends on how the camera is really small.
Spec-wise, our micro 4/3 is really cleaning up between the GH5 pre-announcement, EM1 to pre-announcement. It's actually really exciting to see them taking that higher end.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's
micro
a small
4/3 is not dead. People have to stop saying that.
Yeah, stop posting that as your YouTube title. Yeah.
Did anything surprise you this year? I mean, this is your first time, but still, I mean, in terms of announcements and maybe something that wasn't announced, you expected something that you didn't see or wasn't?
I think we were expecting big surprises from Nikon and Sony. Canon made it pretty clear that they'd already...
They decided to basically skip the show, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. The EOS M5, of course, is interesting.
Did you play with it?
We did get to play with it. I've always liked the body design, but we had a problem
great.
with you know, M-series cameras in the past from Canon. But hopefully this one will be nice. But
it finally has a viewfinder. So.
How much they'll charge for it, I don't know. We'll see. But yes, it does finally have a viewfinder. But
and then on the Nikon side too, I was really surprised because at least Canon's got the 5D4. They're big. You know, professional camera this year. Nikon, I mean, they brought out their Key Mission series, which is...
Yeah, what do you think about this?
I mean, the action cam is really, like, it's on its decline right now. 360's big, so the 360 version makes a lot of sense. The 170 and the 90.
It's funny, we haven't seen the GoPro booth yet.
Yeah,
and
me neither.
And of course, action cams, as Jordan says, this market is kind of losing some steam, it seems like. And yet the idea of it is still so seductive. You know, the idea of being able to record your adventures and capture amazing footage. So the key missions, I hope
it's
they
funny
do well.
because Nikon has such a great background in optics, and their sensors are generally great, but they're not talking about their image quality, which is where they could really stick it to GoPro if they wanted to. They don't even have their flat profile, which is such a great color profile, and it's tailor-made for a camera like that, where dynamic range is going to be a problem.
I will say though, when I saw that entry-level key mission camera, the one that you can wear,
The 80?
the 70 or 80, I want one.
Really?
Just from the design, it looks beautiful.
It's pretty.
It's a neat idea, right? Just walk around, you can record life, I guess. Maybe it's boring, but it sounds
Do you know
interesting.
what's the battery life on the
Probably an hour. I'm sure it's not great, but
It's not going to document your whole day. It's
Yeah.
just whenever you're at a restaurant, you can turn it on for a second.
Again, it's not about actually capturing anything, it's about the idea of
that your
capturing
life
something.
might potentially be exciting enough to record.
Yeah. And did you see any other vloggers, photo vloggers here in the show?
We haven't run into anything. I know a lot of the ones that we contact from the States are arriving today or yesterday. You know, they're probably getting the bearings and coming out today. But
We're gonna meet up with a bunch of guys, and
Yeah.
we'd like to do some crossover stuff as well.
Yeah.
That's always exciting for
Yeah.
us.
We ran into Matt Granger already, and a lot of the people here. Yeah, it's a big part of why we're here. We're excited to meet everybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
So finally, looking at everything that we have in the show this year, it's clear that the photo industry is basically dying. So what are you going to do? You're going to close down the show and find a different job?
No, I don't know. Yeah, I guess is that the feel? I think the industry is on a decline.
Yeah.
It's interesting too because we are in Europe, of course, and this is a totally different market we're not familiar with, right? We know the American market; they're doing very, very well. Canadian market right
Canadian
now
market is
is
different
declining
than
a
the US?
little. Oh yeah, definitely. You know, we're a much smaller population.
Yeah.
We have very vibrant photographic community, but we play in a different kind of arena, so to speak.
Yeah.
And
I think the reason the shop's doing well is our background originally was exclusively pro. Our channel is for enthusiasts, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really the entry level, the point and shoot cameras, or the person getting a DSLR to take pictures of their kids. That side of the industry is getting squeezed right now.
Yeah.
I think it's really exciting because people are going to have to innovate to stay alive, as opposed to just pumping a couple more megapixels into a DSLR.
And the camera store has TCS TV, so they have a huge advantage over
Yeah.
every other camera store in Canada. So that helps us a lot. So we're doing great. We're loving it. But
So you're
it's
not
an
looking
interesting
for
time.
a different job?
Yeah.
No. We're doing fantastic. Store's doing great. So
Camera store
we're-
T-shirts are coming soon,
We
so
have
that'll
the
save
t-shirts,
that'll
so
save the store
that'll
right
save
there.
us, yeah, we might be able to pay a couple people. So it's we're doing good. No, we're very lucky. And we're very happy, but we're doing all right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Enjoy
absolutely.
the show.
Thanks
Great
so much.
job. Thank you very much for having us.